Mr. Rudresh and Miss Meenakshi, your host and host for this beautiful event.
With great honor, we welcome our respected chief guest, Mr. P. Rajendran, Joint Managing Director and co-founder, NIIT Limited. We take pride in announcing his association with Noida Deaf Society since 18 years. And our esteemed guest of honor, Mr. Rakesh Ranjan, Chief Manager, CSR, ONGC, Mr. Ashish Gujral, MD, Super Overseas Limited, Mr. Brigadier William, Chief CSR, former Chief CSR, Jindal Stainless Foundation, and other esteemed guests, Mr. Anant Mohan, AVP Sales, Mirai Asset, and Ms. Manisha Pathak, AVP President, ETF Head, North Region, from Mirai Asset only. Mr. Ankur Bharadwaj, AVP, and Mr. Gunjan Sharma, Senior Manager, HDFC Bank Limited. And we welcome our other esteemed and valuable employers and other valuable donors too.
प्रिय अतिथि, मान्यवर सदस्यों और प्रिय मित्रों, नोएडा डेफ सोसाइटी की एनुअल फेलिसिटेशन सेरेमनी में आप सबों का स्वागत है। आज हम एनडीएस के वोकेशनल ट्रेनिंग स्टूडेंट्स की उपलब्धियों का जश्न मनाने के लिए एकजुट हुए हैं। आपका साथ हमारे लिए अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण है।
मैं आज के शुभारंभ के लिए मान्यवर मुख्य अतिथि माननीय श्री पी राजेंद्रन जी, माननीय रुमा मैम, संस्थापक नोएडा डेफ सोसाइटी, माननीय आशीष गुजराल जी और ब्रिगेडियर विलियम सर को आमंत्रित करती हूँ कि वे दीप प्रज्वलित करके आज के शुभ अवसर की शुरुआत करें।
Marks a significant milestone, reflecting on our journey's breadth, with challenges faced and victories won, yet knowing more lies ahead. Let's celebrate our path thus far, acknowledging the road ahead, raising a toast to future growth, committing to the journey ahead. Good morning and namaskar. I am Mansha Jose
And I am Priyanka Mishra,
and our interpreters, Mr. Rudresh and Miss Meenakshi,
your host and host for this beautiful event. With great honor.
gather together for share another year of progress, growth, and and most importantly, to celebrate the resilience of the human spirit. And I wanted to add that we are meeting like this since COVID. This one? Oh, is this okay? Is it better? Okay, so this was after COVID and a lot of learning that we went through during the COVID years, my God. I mean, it was, that's the human spirit, the resilience that we made. We still stayed on even through the 2.5 years of COVID. So it fills me up with immense pride and gratitude to stand before you who have supported us in this journey and worked with us to create a path to create an inclusive, aware, and sensitized society. Our journey began with a simple yet profound vision to create a country where every deaf child and youth not only has access to education, but also the opportunity to thrive and excel in life by developing necessary skills and the opportunity to earn a livelihood. Before I share with you our achievements of the year gone by, I do want to mention here that our achievements are not only measured in terms of numbers or statistics only. They are reflected in the faces of the children whose smiles light up our days, in the stories of determination and perseverance that inspire us all, and in the transformative impact that we have had on countless lives in the country. Thank you to the team behind who made this PPT for me. I am still technically sort of challenged. Okay, thank you. I'll do it. There are many of us who are new partners and new supporters. And why I wanted to say who we are and what we do, because I remember a very senior lady. She asked me, Ruma, you've been working for 20 years. You tell me, what transformation have you actually brought about? That got me thinking, and that's why I said we go beyond just the numbers. So I've listed for you. Excuse me. मेरे को ये slide चाहिए. Oh, sorry. Technical trouble. Sorry. ये slide show क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? रोज आप यहाँ खड़े हैं. Trying to give our children is a holistic, all-around development, and for that, I think I look back into my own childhood. I think that's the example that I could the education system, because for the last 19 years we've been getting hundreds and thousands of deaf youth age above 18 and above, and we find that their literacy levels, reading, writing capacity is really below par as compared to a non-deaf child. So I think the crux of any societal social impact has to be in the education system. So we started the NDS school way back, I think 2009, with just 4 or 5 children, and in a playway method. And in those days we were not very looked up upon because we used Indian Sign Language. So for me it's really delightful to come here and share about the interventions that we do. Then we work with not only the education system, we're working with deaf schools across the country. Teachers, there are about 500 plus deaf schools in the country where deaf children go sit for 12 years and watch a teacher open and close her mouth. Unable to hear, they are not able to get any real access to real education. Hence the kind of youth that we get here, we have to start from scratch. And of course, skill development, all of you are supporters. Skills are critical because end of all training, I think they need to be able to prove to the world, to themselves, to their family members that they can. And awareness, sensitization, we've expanded. What we're trying to give our children is a holistic, all-around development. And for that, I think I look back into my own childhood. I think that's the example that I could communicate with my parents, fight with my siblings. A lot of core soft skills, basic Jivan Vidya was developed in those formative family years. So we've tried to do that, bring that here. And at the end of the day, when the deaf people go into the society as employees, productive employees, I think the environment also must be made aware and sensitized about deafness and ISL.
volunteers and engagements. I think that's part of, in the US, I know everybody learns sign language. From in the schools, children learn sign language. Why not in India? So in the last 19 years, I think we've reached out to at least over 18 mainstream schools where children from class 6 to 8 and 10th and 12th are very excited and wanting to learn sign language so that when they become professionals, become doctors, engineers, and entrepreneurs, they will be but naturally sensitized towards a disability which is invisible. So now I hope I can, oh. And of course, numbers are the ultimate truth. So I am sharing with you, the primary school, as I said, started with just 5-6 students. And today, only from nursery to class 8, we have 120. And this is the report card for the last financial year. So this is the NDS report card of the last 23-24. I just wanted to share that class 10 and 12 students this year, 100 students from across Delhi NCR applied for the online class 10 and class 12 education. And in fact, we've just finished the National Indian Open Schooling exams just now. The team has worked very hard for this. And 300 students attended supplementary education. You must be wondering what this is. Because since we don't have the bandwidth and we don't have the resources to impact the larger picture of the education system, what we do say is in the afternoon, deaf school-going children come to us, 2:30 for 2 hours, and we supplement and strengthen their educational learning capacity. So we give them, many of them come like this, they've got books with lots of written EVS, English, Hindi, but they don't understand a single meaning. So even in our supplementary education, we are teaching them sign language first. And how are we teaching them sign language? Through deaf teachers. All our deaf teachers are deaf, and I think this was probably the only organization in the country where we propagated and insisted that peer-to-peer learning is unmatched. And because a deaf teacher understands the finer challenges, the nuances of how to put across content, deliver the content in a very nurturing and enabling way. So, and what is our role? We train the trainer. I don't have any background, I'm not a special educator, but I think the greatest certificate of learning is experiential and through life. So we have created training the trainer material. We train the trainers and say, go, now you take responsibility of the community. And so those are the numbers. In our school, we have 6 deaf teachers. And parents, I have to mention one, and after this I will run through the PPTs. Parents are critical. Many parents come to us and say, I think my child is mentally challenged. Because he makes strange sounds and he gets angry, he gets violent, and all that. Parents, the lack of awareness in parents, at least till some years ago, was humongous. They didn't know ye move badeta, and they were repressed, I think, because of society stigma, gunga bera, etc. So we work with the parents, and once they come and they see their children's little hands flying and they're able to communicate, I think that's a little spark of hope. I think that is a social change that we have managed to bring, and it's still a long journey ahead. So 200 parents attended PTMs, and PTMs are not as professional as mainstream like our PTMs in my school. Here, parents are given an opportunity to pour their heart out. So we have interpreters, we have mentors, and we hear them out. And then when they meet our deaf teachers and master trainers, they say, "Kya mera bachcha bhi aise ho sakta hai?" For me, that's a big thing to hear a parent. That mindset change is very. It suits me, and it is a cause. It's a cause of satisfaction. And next slide, and I'm the one who's doing it. I hope it's here. Okay, this education system, I think. We can't be everywhere at the same time. We don't have the resources to create a huge school by ourselves. So the next thing that we thought about was, why not the deaf schools? Because I met thousands of deaf children from the deaf schools saying, I don't know. They just told me to write, and they helped me in the exams, and I just passed just like that. So the next step was to work with organizations to give them our expertise areas. So these deaf schools which are around the country, we send deaf trainers only. For me, that is important. It's easy to send an interpreter. Interpreter will talk to the hearing teachers and there'll be a little conglomerate there. But I have always insisted that the teachers will be deaf. because it does two things. One, it's a win-win for the deaf children. They learn value education. They learn critical thinking. They learn what is good, bad, how to control anger. So many things from the deaf. The second thing is, when the hearing teachers meet our deaf teachers, it breaks the taboo that ये deaf लड़का बच्चा है, मेरे पास 30 साल का experience है, ये मुझे क्या सिखाएगा? But then so many teachers have written to us, spoken to us and said, we didn't know, we learned ISL so well with these deaf teachers, मान गए, ये भी teacher बन सकते हैं. So it's a double-pronged effect that we are hoping to do with our deaf schools. We call it Deaf Schools Strengthening Project. So we're not the be-all and end-all. We strengthen the capacity of their teachers, their management, so they can provide at least some access to education in the classrooms. So those are the numbers. 7 new deaf teachers last year through all our new centers that we've opened. I'm not copying on the numbers because our kind supporters who are there, they do get quarterly reports and they do know the numbers. But I'm wanting to share with you the social change that we are doing together as a team with you. Skill development, and this has risen, this number has risen. 1900 youth skilled across our 9 centers. 9 centers, earlier we had 2, then we had 3, 5. This last financial year, we expanded to 9, and we went far-flung to Chhattisgarh, to Punjab, Patiala in Punjab. Then we went to Meerut in Uttar Pradesh. We did another one in Badarpur to capture the impact of kids coming from Faridabad and beyond. We had a Gurgaon center. We have a Jaipur center. We have 3 centers in Noida. So with all this 1900, I think last year the numbers were about 1650. So we increased. And COVID had a good thing, something good happened with us during the terrible time of COVID. We started online teaching. So 180 students, and now we made it as another intervention. Online teaching for students from remote areas. From Gorakhpur, from Ara in Bihar. Kids who do not have the wherewithal to come to our centers. So we do online teaching with them, and we created shorter PDF versions of our content. It's fabulous. So I think looking back, COVID left a great learning for all of us. Those are the numbers. And then capacity building. Capacity building is critical even for myself. I'm learning constantly every day. There's not a day when I say, oh, I know it all. So we go through as a team to develop our own skills, to look at our own weaknesses and say, oh, I can improve on this. I'm good at this, I'll better it. So that is a constant, and I think a lot of our volunteers, our supporters, our donors have added great value to these capacity building workshops that we have. And those are the livelihood end. Last year it said over 300 corporate were sensitized. We went, our team goes, meets. It's like a sales pitch. Only thing is we are selling good human beings to add value to their workplace. So over 300, and they have said, 62% of them have said that they will not only do a one-time hire, but they will be hiring year on year. That is a social change. When the mindsets change, they're not doing it as a favor to us. Oh, chalo, Ruma aayi hai, uske team aaye hain, ek baar le dete hain. So that is a good thing to see, 62%. 527. I remember every year we do target setting. And I remember with the placement team, I had said 500. They said, no, Ruma, it's really tough. Employment is really difficult. It takes a huge effort. Companies are not open. So I said, you have to put an aspirational number a little higher. So they reluctantly agreed last year. I'm sure they're sitting here and 500 they agreed to. And we've gone beyond that. So it just shows that if we raise the bar higher, we also put up the muscles to raise ourselves higher. And those are the other numbers there. Now since I'm going to work on my laptop, 2 job fairs. I think my team was very keen on doing job fairs. We had 2 job fairs, one in Noida, one in Jaipur, and we had 18 campus placement companies who came. It was fabulous because normally we go to the companies, but they came and we did it quite professionally. We had tables, we had tags, we had names, we had interpreters. It was a sight to see. And over some 300 students came and attended the job fair. New employment, I must mention. I have a vibrant team here. A new employment was opened up in the oil and natural gas industry. So we, across the country, BPCL petrol pumps
If ever you drive and go to a petrol pump, you may find somebody deaf there who will be helping you fill the petrol. We opened up employment in the aviation industry. I don't know if anybody is here, but I'm sure I can mention the name, I hope. But Indigo Airlines has employed countless number of our students across the country, northeast, where there is a huge need of employment, across Delhi NCR and even the south. So I wanted to mention, because these are happy things that we've done. New companies have come in, retail, big companies like Zara, big companies like Starbucks. They're all wanting to do something different. And they're doing it not because they feel it's a liability, but because they're seeing the value of being a diverse workforce and developing their own internal skill sets to be able to work with different people. So that's a happy slide. And corporate volunteering. We have a corporate calendar, volunteering calendar year on year. One of them is how to bridge boundaries, communication gaps. Deaf people are the best cricketers. Deaf people will beat you in a game of chess. They may beat you in a game of carom. So we have a volunteering calendar, and these are the kind of events that we had with employees who came in, enjoyed themselves, and they went back realizing that you really don't need to know how to speak and hear at all. So I did mention about the social change. I'm in this for the social change, but I wanted to mention the numbers are there, but we are slowly trying to make a little dent in the mindset that the country has in the system. This last point there, one thing about volunteering I wanted to mention is individual social responsibility. A lot of our volunteers who came in and said, yes, I'm representing a big company, a big corporate, but on my own, what can I do? So on their own, we are always in need of all sorts of support. So I said, sure, anything. So we had young employees donating stationery, pens, papers, notebooks, food that our children, special food, like a little veg burger. I know it's junk, but they never get an opportunity to eat it. So volunteering has encouraged individual social responsibility, and I love it, because at the end of the day, all of us have the depth, and we do have the capacity to give back, even if we are just one person. And I think I'm coming to time span. New initiatives, Bakery Lab, which is thanks to our hospitality industry partners who said if they can learn basics of how to bake a cake or put the yeast or what is flour and whatever, all that, we can employ them in the bakery section. We can employ them in the bakery shop. And there are lots of individual bakery shops which we are hoping they may find employment. And Akhilesh ji is here, I think, somewhere. I've met him there. Akhilesh ji and his I Love Science workshops, outstanding. He brought science right into the classrooms with hands-on things that are so literally handmade, so simple. Children love it. So we've got a calendar for Akhilesh ji and his science workshops through the year across our centers. He goes to Meerut, he goes to Gurgaon, he goes to Badarpur. So thank you, Akhilesh ji. I can't see you because the light is right on my face, but okay. And so that is fabulous. Beauty and makeup. One line I'll say. Doesn't require voice, and I know of deaf women who are earning a living doing beauty makeup in marriage ceremonies or some events, and they do a great job. They can earn money. They don't, even if they can't get a job. Hardware, mobile repair. It is learning and development for the deaf. And I know some deaf people, they do charge 50 rupees, 100 rupees from another deaf person who would say my vibrator is, the vibrating part of my phone is not working. So it is just a holistic skill, upskilling them with different skills. And that is the 40 tablets. I think Anand is here somewhere. And I did say we have to get tech support. So where the world is looking at computers and AI, we got 40 tablets supported by Mirai Asset Foundation. And we brought it to our primary school. Children of class 6 and above, they are getting their question papers on those tablets. They are able to answer on those tablets. We are also trying in our own way to uplift their technical knowledge through those tablets. Bill date. I think you can read it. It's a total direct and indirect with parents, teachers, students, deaf, children, youth. It's 70,000 children and youth
and family members, special educators, teachers, till date from 2005. The rest is there. 800 teachers trained. It's a nice, happy thing. Touch wood, nazar na lage. Awards and recognitions. It's a quick little glance. And the aspirations. I don't think I have to look at those points, but I will say that one is to sustain the 9 centers that we have, sustain the 2 hostels. That the hostel means the residential accommodation that we have for kids who are coming from remote areas where children have not got access to anything. In fact, they live like this, as they tell me, in their homes with no communication whatsoever. So sustaining what we have is critical as we move forward for the next 2 years. And of course, I told my team that there are some targets here. We would like to go to 2 more states with the deaf schools. We do want to also do additional 2 deaf schools and increasing rural youth to come to our centers and also online. And our content, which we have made with the Rural Shores Skills Academy over these last 15 years, I would like to formalize that and then start giving it to other NGOs, other organizations who would like to teach, educate, and skill deaf people. Developing, nurturing leaders, that is a constant. And that's it. I think I will cut it short. I've spoken too much. And thank you. And I welcome my 2 wonderful MCs back on stage. Where we started only with retail and then into hospitality, where every single 5-star hotel you can think of in the country is employing our people in mapped job roles.
Overall experience has been extremely good.
Our deaf people can be trained on doing data entry jobs, can do data indexing, can do back-end non-voice operations on the computers. So that employment has also opened up.
मुझे यही उम्मीद है कि मैं एनडीएस इसलिए भेज रही हूँ कि वो कुछ अपने पैरों पे खड़ी हो जाए.
What about children who have not gone beyond class 8? Manufacturing industry is there. We've been working with big companies like Minda. We've been working with Imperial Auto. We've been working with textile manufacturing companies.
वो नॉर्मल लोगों से भी ज़्यादा बेहतर काम कर पा रहे थे, टारगेट को अचीव कर पा रहे थे और इस तरीके से घुल मिल गए थे कि ऐसा लग रहा था जैसे वो भी हमारे साथ पिछले लंबे समय से काम कर रहे हो और उनके काम में किसी तरीके की कोई भी कमी नहीं थी.
Our deaf youth, no matter what their education qualification, can see the assembly line work and without being distracted by sound, their focus is on the work. So it's a win-win for the employer. It's a win-win for our youth. Let everybody be sensitive. Let everybody know about deafness. Let everybody know about sign language and not make a big deal about it. So just see how these collaborations and journeys together bring in the change.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Ankur Kapoor. So we are from the industry. We are into financial markets. Primarily, we are into stock broking. stock broking and we are into institutional clients trading. Our clients are like ONGC, Reliance and other domestic and foreign institutions who give us orders to trade. Just like stock market trading, buying and selling, we normally do. Institutional dealing requires a lot of responsibility. उसमें बहुत confidence, knowledge, skill set की ज़रूरत होती है because the value of trade at stake is very very big. So we were doing our job responsibly. The one challenge we were facing is of iteration in a normal business. So we went to NDS last year in July. We just took 2 candidates. We just wanted to have 1 candidate, but the parent of that candidate asked us, "Sir, please have 2 candidates because they both can interact with each other. Just don't hire one." So we just took a risk and we hired both the candidates. We honestly don't know what we wanted to do with them because the trade value is very big and we can't have a normal person handling that trade. So somehow we started training them in 3 months of time. Okay, just let me give you one more example how our industry works and how we trade. Why we wanted them to join us is the clients which are outside India, large clients, FII which we call them, FII, DIIs, when they want to trade, they give us order, buy this much shares, this much quantity at this rate in a message format. Okay, a message comes from a client that this is the quantity, this is what you need to do, and we do it and we confirm the client, okay sir, this is done. The value of trade is in crores. One single trade is in crores. So the error chances cannot be there. You cannot have an error. Now, after working for like 6-7 years, I figured out that in this process of execution, the voice is not involved. The trade comes, we have to understand the trade, then we have to execute it. Now, for a client, for an FII, for an investor, if I am giving the trade and if the party is not responding within 45 seconds, if I am an investor, I ask someone, please buy this much shares at this rate, and within 45 seconds he has not responded, I will never trade with them. Okay, so for us it was like fastest finger first every time. In our industry, 45 seconds is a benchmark. If you are not meeting the 45 seconds benchmark, you are out of business. So once we identified at Keep Boss, this process doesn't require voice, it requires just sheer eyesight, presence of mind and confidence. That's it. We groomed 2 students, thanks to NDS, that they were skilled in computer knowledge, they were skilled in basic English, and our industry doesn't require a lot of communication. There are set words, buy, sell, this is the share quantity, the limited numbers. 3 months time we grew them. They started dealing with the clients. We have not told any client that the person you are dealing with is having any kind of problem at all. So for the client it is just normal thing going on. 6 months of time, they both raised the bar of that 45 seconds to 20 seconds. Okay, just to tell you, one of the girls, which is not here, Shruti, she have made a record of trade coming in, understanding, executing and confirming back in 6 seconds. 6 seconds is the benchmark which in industry a normal person cannot do it. Because a normal person can very easily get distracted. Boss trade aaya, boss market गिर गया, oh what happened? So distractions are always there for us. For them it is like perfection. So I am humbled, honored, and with them, working with them, I realize they are trustworthy, they are focused, they are efficient, they are diligent. We are giving them responsibilities now for our accounts and all the things what we feel that we should not give them because this person will leave the job and the data insecurity and all those things. But these guys are one in who we give full responsibility. We do not want to give them the basic jobs. Basic jobs are for us. The special jobs and the responsibilities are for them.
Impaired employee है जो एक charming face है, and we give the different experience to the guest. And ये employee जो हमारे पास हैं वो F&B service, housekeeping and laundry में है. मैं अगर बात बताऊँ आपको वी विल स्टार्ट, आई विल गिव यू सम ब्रीफ। F&B सर्विस से रिलेटेड हमारे कुछ एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं जो हियरिंग इम्पेयर्ड हैं, एंड वी आर गोइंग टू प्रमोट दैम, 2 ऑफ द एम्प्लॉयज़ वी आर गोइंग टू प्रमोट दैम एज ए कैप्टन। शुरू में हमारे लिए बड़ा मुश्किल था, जनरल मैनेजर हमने डिसाइड किया पोस्ट कोविड वी हैव टू हायर द फिजिकल इम्पेयर्ड एम्प्लॉयज़। लीडरशिप टीम ने बोला कि एक्सेप्टेंस नहीं थी, एक्सेप्टेंस लाना बहुत मुश्किल था। द रीज़न बिहाइंड कि एक बजट होता है, उस बजट से बाहर कोई जाना नहीं चाहता था। देन वी टुक ए फाइनल कॉल कि हम इन्हें बजट में नहीं रखेंगे, एंड आज एक ऐसी स्टेज है इनकी परफॉर्मेंस की वजह से हमारी लीडरशिप टीम कहती है ये दिल मांगे मोर। May I invite Sunita? She has completed 8 months with us as of now. In 8 months, she has got 4 awards. Best Smiley Award, Best Namaskar, Best Trainee, and Best Employee of the Month Award she got. इनका एक मैं बात कर रहा था अपने कल रेस्टोरेंट मैनेजर से कि अगर मैं बात करूं सुनीता के बारे में, अगर बताया जाए, क्योंकि आप नज़दीक से काम करते हैं, तो क्या अचीवमेंट बताएंगे सर? शी इज़ पंक्चुअल, जो नहीं होता है, शी ऑलवेज स्माइल्स, एंड जब भी ये घर जाती है तो ये अपने सुपरवाइज़र को बोल के जाती है कि सर आई एम लीविंग फॉर द डे। एंड बुफे सेटअप इज़ वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट टास्क, एंड सिंगल हैंडेडली बुफे स्टार्ट होने से पहले ये बुफे सेटअप करती हैं एंड किचन डिपार्टमेंट को सपोर्ट करती हैं। इनका एक रिसेंटली अचीवमेंट है, शी इज़ नोन फॉर एक्सपर्ट टी मेकर। 250 गेस्ट को of their choice in the morning, 250 guests, precisely 250 of their choice, she has served the tea to all of them, and they all appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
हाँ, क्यों नहीं, बिल्कुल डांस करेंगे, लेकिन अकेले नहीं। NDS के छात्रों की बेहतरीन डांस परफॉर्मेंस और उनके साथ हम सब नाचेंगे।
So let's call upon stage NDS students for the lovely dance performance. Center, Delhi. May I kindly request Ms. Trishna Burman to share a few words of encouragement about our students.
A very good afternoon to everyone. I am not prepared what to say, but then yes, it was a wonderful experience. I feel honored to be a part of this lovely event today. And many congratulations to Ruma. I have told you in person, and also I'd like to repeat, to inspire me every day for the work that you do. And to kudos to the team of NDS. I call it NDS more very frequently. So yes, congratulations to the team of NDS for the incredible work that you're doing, and for the people who needed it the most. So, and also I would like to thank each one of you seated here and who have support NDS in this wonderful cause of theirs. Thank you so much.
Now I would like to invite Mr. Asim Kumar, Kurup Exports Meerut Batch Limited, to please come on stage and felicitate students of Basic IT and Indian Sign Language, Meerut Center. Mr. Asim Kumar from Kurup Exports.
So we request you to share something, whatever you're feeling about Noida society with all of us.
So, good morning, brothers, sisters, and members of NDS. I've been associated with this very beautiful program for the last 12 years now. And I would not like to take a lot of time explaining things, but I must explain to all of you that the process has been a process of reverse mentoring for me in understanding the emotions of people and in understanding the unspoken words and unposted letters which very few people understand. I thank all the corporates, mid-corporates who form the backbone of NGS in collaborating, and I would like to be a small operator for encouraging SMEs to at least hire 2 people in their organization if that SME has 50 people. Thanks a lot, Bruno. I appreciate your hard work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, may I please invite Mr. Sanjeev King, Vice President and Director, Edito India, to please come on the stage and felicitate few more students of our Basic IT and Indian Sign Language of Meerut, Raipur and Badarpur centers.
you, Uma and NDS, for this opportunity. This is my first time ever, and I must say it's been a very overwhelming experience. It had never occurred to me in my entire life how do deaf people sing a national anthem. And today when I have seen it, I'm actually overwhelmed. And I just have no words to express the great work you're doing. That national anthem was the sound of silence. And what NDS is doing is amplifying that sound of silence. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. So, over to Mansha now.
The Trainer of the Year Award recognizes the exceptional dedication and passion of individuals who go above and beyond to shape the future of our community. Through their tireless efforts, they not only impart knowledge but also inspire, mentor, and uplift those around them. Today, we celebrate their invaluable contribution to the growth and success of the organization. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Piyush Verma for this prestigious award. And Roma ma'am, please come on stage to present the award.
We put him in our Delhi center when it has been kindly sponsored to us. I hope Purnima is here somewhere. And they gave us this large space, and he applied for a job. And he has managed that center. He has inspired. That center is a huge place, and it's packed with students. And I give him all the credit because the kids want to come and learn from him. And he has followed the content, the training that we gave him, outstanding. And I've taken feedback from the students, so to say, that he's been here for a long time. Well done, God bless. I'm getting old also. And also in appreciation, amount of 10,000 rupees to go for the best trainer of the year award.
ट्वेल्थ कंप्लीट हो गया है मेरा। मैं आगे क्या करूँ ये सोच रही हूँ। मैं एक बार पेरेंट्स से बात करके देखती हूँ आगे क्या करना है मुझे। मतलब मुझे ISL सीखना है, साइन लैंग्वेज सीखना है। पापा ISL साइन लैंग्वेज सीखना है मुझे। नहीं नहीं नहीं, नोएडा डेफ सोसाइटी, दिल्ली सेंटर। साइन लैंग्वेज नहीं आती बच्चों को? अच्छा, आपको साइन लैंग्वेज सीखनी है? हाँ, आप अप्लाई कर सकते हैं। यहाँ पे ये कितने सारे बच्चे हैं यहाँ पे। ओहो, हाँ आप अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, लेकिन आपको पढ़ना होगा बहुत अच्छे से। मैंने अपना NDS के कोर्सेज तो मेरे कंप्लीट हो गए हैं, सीख लिया, बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट हूँ मैं। आगे सोच रही हूँ आगे क्या करूँ। जॉब करना चाहिए मुझे, अब मैं कॉन्फिडेंट हूँ, सारा कुछ साल मैंने सीख लिया है, ट्रेनिंग भी मेरी कंप्लीट हो चुकी है। job interview. Yes, please come. What's your name? Okay. अच्छा डेफ हैं आप? ओके। मैं इंटरप्रेटर को बुलाता हूँ आपके लिए कम्युनिकेशन करने के लिए। यस इंटरप्रेटर, प्लीज़ आप इनके साथ कम्युनिकेशन करने में मेरी हेल्प कीजिएगा।
आप कहाँ से आए हैं? मैं अपनी फैमिली को सपोर्ट करना चाहती हूँ, जॉब करने के लिए अप्लाई करना चाहती हूँ। अच्छा, आपका एनडीएस से ट्रेनिंग खत्म हो गया? हाँ, मैंने वहाँ से ट्रेनिंग ले लिया है। ओके।
ये लीजिए आप, नेक्स्ट वीक से आप ज्वाइन कर सकती हैं। ओके, नेक्स्ट वीक से। थैंक यू।
Achievements of our vocational training students. Through this event, we honor the successes of our students, which inspires them to face life's challenges with dedication and hard work, continually striving towards their goals. We commend the tireless efforts put in by all students during the course of their training.
So to begin with the felicitation, may I please now invite Ms. Radhika Vora, Regional Training and Talent Manager, North Blue Dart, on the stage and felicitate our students of Basic IT course from Delhi Center. So I would like to add in here the supporting Delhi Center and empowering lives. Radhika ma'am, please come on the stage. Students coordinator, I request all the Delhi ITO Center students to please come on the stage. So, yeah, a group photograph. Great. Radhika ma'am, I request you to
very many congratulations, and each one associated with the Noida Deaf Society. I think they're doing brilliant work which does not just help us align ourselves emotionally, but I think gives us, each one of us, a reason to understand and to be empathetic. And I caught on to what ma'am said, that we shouldn't be surprised by sign language. And the education system, high time, should become, should make sign language as a part of the regular curriculum, along with listening, because we talk about listening a lot, right? So listening skills is not taught. So I think these two things is something which has really touched us, me in particular. From what ma'am presented, I got to know of a lot of things which the organization is doing, and kudos to each one. And thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Arvind Pawar.
Mr. Rakesh Ranjanji from ONGC. Unfortunately, Mr. Pawar could not make it up for today. So, Mr. Rakesh Ranjan, please come on the stage. So we have in between us Chief Manager CSR from ONGC, Mr. Ranjan. So he is felicitating our students of Delhi ITO Center only. There are more students here. Great, sir. Sir, I request you if you can share a bit from you, a few words for our students.
And I wish her and her team all the best and good achievements in a path so that they can reach greater heights in their journey. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. अब मैं अनुरोध करना चाहूँगी हमारे ट्रेनर आलोक कुमार के माता पिता जी जो हमारे बीच हैं, मिस्टर रविंद्र कुमार और उनकी माता जी मिस ईरानी जी एंड उनकी मौसी जी भी मंच पे आना चाहेंगे और हमारे बीच अपना अनुभव साझा करना चाहेंगे।
गुड आफ्टरनून ऑल ऑफ यू। मैं आलोक कुमार का पिता और एक छोटे से गांव से बिलोंग करता हूं, सहारनपुर से। और मेरा बेटा जब बर्थ हुआ उनका तो 1 साल के बाद मैंने उसको जब लेटे हुए थे वो तो उसके साथ वो मोबाइल फ़ोन बज रहा था तो मुझे पता चला उसको कोई एक्टिविटी नहीं कर रहा। तो मेरे को 1 साल बाद पता चला कि मेरा बेटा डेफ एंड डम्ब है। तो जब ऐसा मुझे लगा तो हमने फेस किया अपने आप को कि ये क्या हुआ हमारे साथ। तो हमने बहुत ज़्यादा परेशानी में अपने आप को देखा और अब ये नेचुरली है कि अगर किसी का भी बच्चा कोई अगर डेफ एंड डम्ब होता है तो उसको क्या फेस करना होता है वो तो आप सब लोग जानते हैं। तो मैंने फिर उसके बाद सोच में पड़े हमने डॉक्टर्स को दिखाया इस हॉस्पिटल में पीजीआई में इधर उधर सब जगह जहाँ भी जो भी हम करा सकते थे उनका वो पैरा टेस्ट वगैरह कराया। लेकिन उसके बाद फिर हमें एक रास्ता मिला कि हम गाजियाबाद में सहारनपुर से हम शिफ्ट हुए, फिर गाजियाबाद बच्चे को वहाँ पे हमने पढ़ाना शुरू किया। उसके बाद 2013 से NDS नेशनल डीफ सोसाइटी से हमारा बच्चा अटैच है और वहाँ पर इन्होंने सारी एजुकेशंस लिए हैं, स्किल्स यहाँ से डेवलप हुई हैं। तो उसके बाद आज की डेट में मेरा बेटा यहाँ पे एक एज एम्प्लॉय काम कर रहा है और मैं बहुत खुश हूँ और मैं बहुत अपने शब्दों में बयां भी नहीं कर सकता कि मैं किस प्रकार इतना खुश हूँ कि इसको एक जीने की राह मिली और इतना अच्छा लगा, इतना अच्छा फील हो रहा है कि ऐसे बच्चे भी पूरे देश में बहुत सारे लोग हैं ऐसे इस तरह से। और जो मनुष्य का पहला धर्म होता है दया धर्म, वो यहाँ पर मुझे झलक रहा है। और इस नेशनल डीफ सोसाइटी के तहत जो बच्चे हमारे काम करके और एक अपने आप को आत्मनिर्भर बना रहे हैं वो उसके लिए मैं बहुत धन्यवाद नेशनल डीफ सोसाइटी का। थैंक यू सो मच।
मुझे अब जॉब मिल गया, वाह। अब मैं अपने मम्मी पापा को जाकर बताती हूँ। मम्मी
अरे क्या हुआ?
मुझे जॉब मिल गया। ये देखो मेरा ऑफर लेटर।
बहुत भगवान का लाख शुक्र है।
अब आप दोनों खुश हैं ना?
हाँ, बहुत खुश हैं, बहुत खुश हैं। बहुत धन्यवाद आप सभी का हमें सपोर्ट करने के लिए।
थैंक यू सो मच आप सभी का.
And data entry course from Noida Center. Wonderful. So I request our delegates from Mirai, please come over here on the mic and share some words of encouragement for our students, of course.
Thank you, Noida Deaf Society and all delegates for allowing us to be part of this event. In fact, I represent such an industry which is more exciting. Every second, everything is changing, and more people are more competitive and more confident. But for past 8-9 months, I've been visiting the society, and I've been meeting the students. So I could see that inside the classroom, the kind of enthusiasm and the students are so confident that they are no less than our industry. Probably they are, in fact, the level of confidence they have is much more than what we represent in our industry. So probably, Ruma ma'am, you are doing a good job. In fact, a good round of applause for her. Thank you so much for giving Mirai Asset Foundation an opportunity to join this initiative. In fact, this foundation was being established in 2018 as a CSR group of Mirai Asset Financial Services. So just with a vision to empower and provide access education and to the diverse set of the society in India. So with that objective, in fact, NDS has the similar objective, and they are doing exactly the same thing. So kudos to everyone. Kudos to the team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anand. It was lovely to hear from you.
Now, I would like to invite Mr. Gaurav Majumdar, Technical Lead Skill Development, HCL Foundation, to please come on stage and felicitate our students of Basic IT course from Noida Center.
Panel is covered, and from where that smell is coming, he ran and he went to the banquet manager. He tried to explain, he wasn't able to understand. He did not give up. He held his hand, he pulled him, he took him to the place, and he showed that something is wrong here and that smell is coming. And then when he opened up, then the entire hotel, the fire officer, everybody started working upon it. And I would say he saved us, the entire hotel. I don't know what would have happened if that fire would have broken up. So a big thank you, and they are the real champions, and to be very honest, we are dependent on them and they are not. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
It's not going to work. So all that has been said, much more has been felt. But I want to just connect with you on a couple of things which happened in our lives. Neeraj is here and Zach is here. They are all volunteers from NIT many years. So this is a story I keep repeating. If you heard it before, good. You'll remember it again. So 2004 or 5, Zach calls me up. Zakaria is a graphics designer, manager, innovator in the company. Calls me up and says we need some support because we want to give some, we want to get some software and we want to have some computers which have been used by NIT but not being used by the developers was good. And I said, for what? You're setting up something in your home which is going to compete with NIT? So he said, no. Here is this deaf society where there is this lady called Ruma Roka who has given up 1 or 2 bedrooms and converted into a classroom. And now we are telling her how to probably train some of these youth that there is no school in something to do with computers. And we thought the best thing is they can work with images because they're very good with images. What happened? And there was this first convocation which was created, which was in 2005. And I had never interacted with hearing challenged people, except maybe in a bus or a train or something. So Ruma, I never met her before. So Ruma invited me to be the person who gives the certificates. Reached there, all that happened, good things happened, people are happy. There are only 18 students, I think, 18, 19 students. But I think what really happened was after that. So we were chatting with some of the parents who had come, just talking to them. And then one lady literally piled on to me. And she said, that's my daughter who got the certificate, right? I mean, that's okay. But will you give her a job? I had not even thought of it. I mean, it was so alien to me. So I was trying to figure out, process it, get ready with some response. And she said, she doesn't have to do work. You don't have to pay salary. But she can go at 9 in the morning, come back at 6. That will really increase her self-worth. Because a lot of her friends are doing that. That actually set us thinking. And out of the 18 people, we took 6 of them. So unless Ruma proves me wrong, we were the first employers. And it was a terrific experience because you know that in a company like NIT where we are into software services, etc., there aren't work the type which is described in the hotels and F&B, etc. They have to necessarily do something with pictures and a little bit of text, and all of them were in creating learning material or brochures for the company, flyers for the company. They did a great job. And I think that was a break which happened because a whole lot of people had to know how to interact with them. Somebody said, how do we tolerate them? Someone said, maybe we'll seat them together in one place. One of the first things which we did, I think, is to break them and mix them. And there was one young HR person, she was so excited. The first thing she did was to learn ISL. And she said, this is the greatest thing the company has done. So that's our beginning of association with NDS. Other than that, I must say that my connect has been more with Ruma and her staff. I make it a point to visit them definitely once a year, interact with the students, and it's like someone said, it's a humbling experience. So once I walked into the classroom and along with an interpreter, and I said, I want to talk to these kids. They were all sitting there. I said, who is the person who cracks the best jokes in this class? And it is amazing. There are 15, 20 students. Everybody, they're all smiling all the time, laughing, smiling. They all pointed to the same guy. So I caught hold of that guy. I put him there. And I said, think. Tell a joke which you're not told before. And all of them were pulling his leg or encouraging them or whatever. Then he took off. And the whole classroom was laughing and showing hands, etc. But no disturbance in the next class. Because sound was less, happiness was at its azimuth. So, apart from supporting, I would like our staff, associates in the company to go and experience a different life. I've been a believer that there's something called a sixth sense. We all talk about 5 senses, and hearing impaired means they have lost 1 sense. But I think there is a sixth sense, and there's a word which I miss right now. The sixth sense is which really tells you where your body parts are. Which means when you close your eyes and you want to touch your nose, you're not seeing it, but your hand goes there. That's part of the sixth sense. Apart from the other sixth sense you hear in stories and all that. I think these people, when they lose one of the quote-unquote normal senses, their sixth sense is accentuated. Intuition. And I think they are outstanding, and we heard the story. I mean, the story of trade response going from 20 seconds to 6 seconds, I mean, it's absolutely mind-blowing. Absolutely. Because it's not about just responding, it's about getting a position, doing something, same time, again and again, and achieving that. So I just want to leave it here. Over the last 15, 20 years, the way this concept has grown of inclusion of people, equity for people, and also the government's initiatives where they have talked about at least 2% of the corporate staff should be PWDs and 5% in the government, though not fully implemented properly. But government has been very enabling during the last many years. I think all that will put, apart from CSR, I think it has been mandatory training of all the human resource organizations across the country. And I'm sure that with the vision of Ruma Roka and her team, this will only go places. And I would definitely like to be a continuous part of it. Thank you so much.